Namaste, this is Vandana Vinay Mishra, a proud Sanatani, a proud Hindu. Caste, I'll be talking about caste which does not exist in Sanatana Dharma or Hindu Dharma. So I have noted down few points about which I will be discussing. So does Sanatana Dharma or Hindu Dharma has caste? The answer is big no. Hindu Dharma has Varna Jati system, which is a concept 360 degrees opposite to the system called caste. Casta or caste is a Portuguese colonizer's imported ideology into Bharat in 15th century and which was later codified by British colonizers. There is no evidence of any such word called caste in our Dharmic Shastra. So why do Hindu Dharma is always attacked and even now labeled as a society practicing caste? Answer is for the political benefits, media propaganda, footage, selfish motives, popularity, to get worldwide fame by demeaning and demonizing Hindu Dharma. What is the agenda behind this mudslinging on Hindu Dharma? Agenda is to ruin and finish off the world's only living and highly evolved civilization due to inferiority complex, jealousy, and incompetency. So then, what is Varna Jati if it is not caste? So caste system is a rigid, fixed, frozen, birth-based hierarchical structure which is meant to control the society and grab power and money. It is materialistic, inhuman and unscientific in nature. Whereas Varna Jati system is fluid-like in nature, not birth-based at all, very spiritual, dharmic and scientific in nature. It is totally a skill-based or talent and support-based system for building any society. I will first explain Jati and then Varna. So Jati is like a support system for any individual from his or her birth. For example, a child born to any jati or family or community, namely goldsmith, fishermen, artisans, engineers, blacksmith, doctors, etc., have a natural support system available at his or her disposal to learn such skills within his family or community or jati itself. So if an individual is somehow unfortunate or incapable to learn skills for his livelihood or her livelihood and survival, then at least he or she has a ready-made jati community system to support and take care of him or her. In spite of this available support system, if that individual is capable and still decides to choose altogether a different profession, which his or her jati community are not involved, then also he or she can pursue it depending upon his own capability, intellect and strength. Such a flexible system opens the gate for various kinds of positive developments and creative endeavors. Now I'll come to Varna. Any human society can be categorized into 4 broad categories, irrespective of their location on this planet. These categories are like eternal truth which was, is and will exist forever, no matter what people may name it as. So the 4 categories are Shudra, Vaishya, Kshatriya and Brahmin. Depending upon one's own individual's innate tendencies, that is Prakriti, or nature, which is loosely translated, one can belong to any of these varna. But if his or her prakriti gets changed, then he or she can also change his varna. It is strictly not a birth-based system. Shudra, every human being born on this earth is a Shudra. Shudra have maximum flexibility and freedom to belong to any of the other three varnas depending upon his or her skills, knowledge and strength. But if an individual chooses to be in a Shudra varna, then also his decision is welcomed. In fact, the majority population of any society belongs to Shudra population. For example, artists, singers, actors, engineers, nurses, doctors, house helpers, basically all individuals who provide service and in return are paid or salaried. So they provide service support for the society. Vaishya, the Shudra who is good at doing business, trade, who has good marketing and management skills, an entrepreneur good at selling and buying things of various kinds belongs to Vaishya community. So they constitute economic and financial support for the society. Kshatriya, those Shudra who have innate tendencies towards being aggressive, bold, strong, fierce and fighter type generally belong to this Kshatriya community. They are generally found in security and military areas. Hence, they provide security support for the society. Brahman, any Shudra who has inclination towards deep study, research, teaching in schools, universities and other places, conducting workshops, training, giving lectures in college and universities, providing knowledge in various philosophical and scientific fields belong to a Brahmin category. So they basically provide intellectual support for the society. There is nothing wrong in these categories, and every category has its own importance and inevitability of existence for any society. Hence, Varna and Jati can be strong and robust building blocks of society if applied in its true essence. To make it further simpler, I would like to give another example. Every single day, many of us keep floating among these varnas. How? For example, if any individual is doing his or her own daily household activities, nursing old age parent or infant or cleaning or cooking, etc., are in the Shudra state. When that same individual starts doing some online business, trade, goes out, does some marketing, shopping, accounting, etc., he or she belongs to the state of Vaishya. Now when the same individual stands up against some injustice, fights tooth and nail for justice, fights against corrupt officials or politicians or administration, then he or she belongs to Kshatriya category. At the last, when that individual starts to teach, guide, conducts educational and research-based study, he or she belongs to Brahmin category. This is the beauty of Varna Jati system. No doubt ancient Bharat had this kind of well-oiled mechanism in its true essence to run her society, and because of which Bharat was called as a golden bird. Dhanyavad.